And the issue they were having when they submitted the judgment is the summons was done incorrectly. Now, the summons is really hard to get wrong because there's not a lot of information that goes on there. It's really just your name and the petitioner's name, the respondent's name, and your name and address at the bottom of page 1 of the summons. This is the FL 110, but the error was they didn't list their name and address at the bottom of the summons. So what's happening here is when their reject sheet they sent me they hired me to take care of this for them. It basically had to start over their divorce case because the summons and petition were not filled out correctly, mostly the summons in this case. And so the court said in the reject letter, you need to amend your summons and petition, refile, reserve, restart the 30 days, refile the default, all of that because the issues of the summons being wrong. And basically they left out their name and address at the bottom. That's it. That's causing them and their entire divorce case to have to start over from scratch. We don't have to pay court fees again. We can amend it. Not a problem. But you hear me always harping on why it's so important that the summons and petition be correct, because that can cause the judgment to be rejected. And I also tell you that obviously, when you filed your summons and petition, the courts are not reviewing that. I tell you guys that all the time. The court is not reviewing your paperwork. Aside from your summons and petition being totally blank, they're probably just going to accept your money, take your fee. Obviously, the clerk would have saw this error. They still stamped the forms and gave them their filed summons and petition because that's what they're told to do. They're not supposed to tell you, hey, this is wrong. They're not supposed to give quote unquote legal advice. So this is going to cause a delay in this client's divorce case because it's automatically going to start over the 30 days because we have to be refiled, reserved. And because we're doing this as a default with agreement, we have to let those 30 days go by again, even though they're in agreement, before we can submit the default with a written agreement type divorce case. And the issue this is causing them is she's actually trying to buy a house and she can't do that until the divorce is finalized because she told the lender about the divorce case. So now they want the divorce to be completely done because their concern obviously is if there's going to be child support paid or spouse support paid. Even if they show the settlement agreement to the lender's still going to want to make sure that's signed by the judge. So now this is further delaying her ability to buy a house. This is how important it is, folks, to get your paperwork done correctly from the very beginning to include the summons and petition.